I'm Carl Hooker, Director of Instructional Technology for Eanes ISD. This is the Middle School iPad Orientation video. We're sure you're excited about receiving your iPads, but before we do so, let's go over a few ground rules. As middle school students, you are all familiar with the acceptable use policies of the past. Well, now those have been changed to the responsible use guidelines. These new guidelines have middle school specific areas that cover digital citizenship, internet safety, and other age-appropriate items when being a responsible student with technology. In addition to the RUG, you and your parents must sign the iPad oath. This oath covers the expectations of use of your iPad in and out of the classroom. There are also consequences listed for off-task behavior. We want you to love and care for your iPads, but please remember, these are learning tools provided to you by the district. In order to get apps from the district and to locate your iPad, please do not change the name of your iPad. The name of the iPad is located in the Settings button under the General tab where it says Name. One thing to avoid with your iPad is prolonged exposure to heat. That can either be from leaving it inside a car on a hot summer day, or, in this case, cooking it on a barbecue grill. When cleaning your iPad, you'll want to use a dry cloth or shirt sleeve to wipe your iPad clean. Do not spray water or chemicals on your iPad, and please do not submerge your entire iPad underwater. Some of the most common iPad accidents happen when someone trips on the stairs or drops their iPad off their desk. You'll want to avoid dropping your iPad at all costs. And certainly don't attempt to drop it from a 60-foot lift like this guy.
What happens? 60 feet, all clear. All right, that definitely does not look good.
While these are extreme examples, do know that the iPad is not indestructible. You'll want to avoid throwing it into your backpack without the screen protected, as things like pens, keys, pencils, nails can cause all sorts of damage to the screen. Once again, the best way to keep your iPad safe is to simply leave it in its case. Should the unthinkable happen and your iPad is damaged or lost, please report this immediately to the juice bar in the library. There's usually a technician on hand during lunch hours to help you. Depending on whether or not you paid for insurance, you'll be assessed for damages at this time and charged a fee. You'll not get a replacement iPad until that fee is paid. As you'll be setting up your email and access to your home folder and shared drives, you'll want to make sure that you protect your iPad with a passcode lock. To do that, go into Settings, click on General, scroll down to where it says Passcode Lock, and then turn your passcode on. At that point, you'll be prompted to enter a 4-digit code, in this case 1234, and re-enter that code. That code will be the one you'll use for whenever your iPad goes to sleep. That way, if it's ever recovered, no one will be able to access your personal files that you're already logged into. It's recommended that one of the other features you add to your iPad is the Find My iPad feature. This is located in Settings. Click on iCloud. You'll notice after you log in with your Apple ID that you'll have the option of turning on the Find My iPad feature. While we can find your iPad within the school district walls, this will be very handy if you ever should lose your iPad outside of the school district. Go to iCloud.com to locate your iPad. One of the first homework assignments you'll have is setting up your Apple ID. If you have one already, you can go to Settings, click on Store, and then Sign In, and there you'll be able to use your existing Apple ID. If you don't have an existing Apple ID, please use the instructions on both the HCMS and WRMS websites to set one up without a credit card. In order to get paid apps on your iPad free from the district, we use an app called Self-Service. Click on Self-Service and you'll see a list of paid apps that we've made available to you. You can then download these apps after you've set up your Apple ID and then keep them on your iPad. One more thing about apps. While we know there are thousands of entertaining apps out there, please know that this is a school-issued device and the primary purpose is instruction. You should always ask yourself the question, what's the benefit to having this app before downloading? Apps that distract yourself or others should not be downloaded on the iPad. Age restrictions are set up on these iPads to allow no apps over the 12+ age limit. Let's take a couple of moments to go over some of the apps you'll be getting that will help you keep yourself and your work organized. iFiles is an app that allows you to access your home or shared folders on your network. It's very important that you back up your work to your home folder should anything happen to your iPad. eBackpack is the district's new content management system. It is the ideal way to collect or send documents from your iPad to your teacher. You can log into eBackpack using your Novell login and going to eanes.ebackpack.com or downloading the free eBackpack app. Once in there, you'll notice that all your courses are already loaded. You may also set up your Eanes Gmail account to send and receive documents from your teacher. Remember that email is a privilege and that you do follow all the responsible use guidelines when it comes to sending mail messages. You can locate this video as well as training on how to set up your eBackpack, email, iFiles accounts, and other tutorials on the iPad LEAP Initiative link on the left-hand side of the middle school web pages. Before tucking your iPad in for bed and reading it a nighttime story, be sure to plug it in with the appropriate charger. It's important that you show up to school each and every day with your iPad fully charged. This concludes the middle school iPad orientation video. We thank you for watching, and we hope that you have a wonderful year learning and interacting and being responsible with your iPad.